I think there's going to be a match with Bayley. She's going to beat Bayley.
All of them.
She's going to beat Sasha.
She's going to squash Emma.
She's going to squash Emma. And then maybe they save Nia to when Asuka beats Bliss. And then you have Nia, who's never held the women's championship before, going up against Asuka, who's never lost. And then you got two formidable forces with all this momentum colliding together.
I can see that.
So obviously, Asuka's going to have the title. She's going to get it. I don't see her losing. I don't really see her wrestling that much, like how they do on Raw and stuff. I think when she first gets there, it's just going to be her appearing, and just coming out.
I can't stand.
I think she won't have a first match until TLC.
Really? So even though that's what they
did. I think she's going to have a match. She's probably making you may not even see her on Raw until probably after TLC,
or at least a week before.
I think we'll continue to see the promos, but I don't really think she won't physically. She'll make a physical appearance on the pay-per-view first, and then she'll show up on Raw. But Bliss is a good champion, and I think it'll be pretty tough for Asuka to try to beat Bliss because Bliss is so cunning in the ring. She knows how to pick and choose her moments. She's always she does stuff on purpose.
That's true.
She makes it look like, hey, I'm running away, but Bliss is one of those sneaky type fighters.
I like when she throws her arm out of socket and it looks like it's going backwards. Like the first time she did it, I literally was like,
I thought her arm was
I was like, oh my God, they're going to have to quit this match. And then she just popped it back in and clothesline hit. I was like, wow, bro.
That's how she is. And it's hard to be a person like that because, they'll do anything by any means necessary to win. Yeah. So, if they get that window of opportunity, they're going to take it. But I don't think she'll beat Asuka, though.
Yeah, of course not.
She won't beat Asuka. Yeah, Asuka's going to... I just don't understand how they're going to use Asuka on Raw. I don't really see where they'll start her off, as you say, if she does have to build up. I don't know. Maybe they'll feed her Bayley first, and then... They
have to feed her Emma first. Like, Emma and Mickie James have to go.
Asuka's a big name person. You can't give her something.
That's what I'm saying. All these people like when Braun came out, like you said, Asuka has way more of a name than Braun when he first went solo. But like she said, that kind of, to me, it plays in it because Emma's going to go around being like, hey, I started the women's revolution. Who do you think you are? Having all these promos, everybody's excited for you. You think you're going to come take my revolution, and then Asuka just destroys her, and then you don't see Emma for a while because she's been mutilated almost. So, and then, maybe not Mickie James. Mickie James might get left on.
And I thought they were trying to bring Mickie James back into things. I don't know if you had a chance to see after No Mercy Raw Talk.
I haven't watched it yet.
Raw Talk.
Oh, no, I didn't see Raw Talk.
Bliss was going in on her.
Really?
And it was because Bliss, after she won, she was like, well, there's nobody else for me to beat. There's nobody else for me to beat. I've beaten everybody. And it was like, well, and what's her name? Renee Young was like, well, you still got Mickie James. She's a 7-time women's champion. She was like, Mickie James? First off, she's old. And then she was like, I don't want to be in the ring fighting old people. Like, my talent, pretty much saying that my talent, she's beneath me. Yeah. Even though she's like a historic women's wrestler. And so...
That's funny.
I don't know if you had an opportunity to see Raw.
I haven't seen all of it. I started it off.
They kind of get into a little confrontation about it. I said, well, maybe this is their way to try to bring, because Mickie James is just, she's like that book on the bookshelf, where you just pull it off and you're like, blowing the dust off, and it's like she's just been sitting there.
Right.
You'll see her every blue moon take a pin, but she's just been irrelevant. So maybe they're trying to give her an opportunity.
Maybe, man. Maybe. The next match, which was pretty much one of the two main events of the match, which this is my third top match, I must admit. And, well, I'll get into it. Let me just explain what the match is. This was John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Pretty much the man, the legacy which the commentators already called John Cena the GOAT, versus the current big dog who's done all this stuff, highlighted by beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And finally coming to a head to see who's on top. Who's the better person. This is the only reason John Cena came to Raw, was to either see whether Roman Reigns is all talk or he's really as good as he thinks he is, at least. Okay. To start off the match, John Cena is a fool. And I literally wrote it just like that. I put Cena fool. Because when the match started, like, everybody was doing their chants, whether we like Cena, Roman Reigns. You both suck. And then they got the "you both suck." And then John Cena started making gestures like, "So you want me to leave?" Like, he put his foot out the ring, and they started cheering. He was like, "All right." And then he just walks away. And when they finally show him going up the ramp, he's like, "I'm listening to y'all."
Yeah, like, if I suck as much as y'all, I don't need to be out here.
That was so hilarious to me. I was like, but this match showed me that, John Cena really, like, is about to take a leave, because he really kind of had a no care attitude with it. Like, another part was John Cena was acting like he wasn't going to do a move, and then he looked at the camera and winked before he started to do it.
It was like another one.
Oh, yeah.
After he did the avalanche off the top, and it was like another one. He was just like he was shaking his head like
so, yeah.
Y'all not in control.
John Cena, you can tell John Cena had fun with this match. I think, regardless of the story, plot, and all this, John Cena had fun on his part of the match. But besides that, I did that part. What I wanted to say is when John Cena caught Roman Reigns, when he tried to do like a diving crossbody off the ropes, it turned it into an AA. That was a very dope move, and that was his first AA.
Everybody.
But it was Roman Reigns. Like, that's one of the people you don't expect it.
Like, Roman Reigns ain't like Braun Strowman.
But I'm saying, they have built Roman Reigns to be that caliber. Like, honestly, if you look at how they built people, the top tier wrestlers for Raw is Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns.
I wouldn't even put it that way. The way Vince McMahon has it built.
Oh yeah, Vince has it at Roman Reigns.
It's Roman Reigns first,
and it's built to make Roman Reigns the champion.
That's what we're leading to.
Yeah, they're just using all this to get him over.
And it's sad that you have to handicap a whole calendar year in the WWE to get Roman Reigns over, to drive him to WrestleMania to beat Brock Lesnar.
No, that's where they're going. What's really sad is for 2 years we've had a champion that is consistently not.
Well, that's Vince's decision.
But
Vince is the person that says yay or nay.
But why do we
Brock
do that?
Lesnar? At the end of the day,
yeah, I mean, he's definitely abiding to Brock Lesnar.
And I do agree with the point of, and I know we don't want to get too far ahead, but we have to kind of tie this in, because Roman Reigns, this is where it's all leading to.
Definitely.
I mean, the whole point of feuding with Braun Strowman, like, that's to build. It built Braun up as well, but it also
definitely
build Reigns up. So then the whole thing with Reigns now with Cena. I mean, then Reigns and the Undertaker. Right. Then Reigns and Cena. This is all to put Roman Reigns over. Like, how many people do we have to try to put Roman Reigns over? Triple H has tried it. We've seen The Undertaker has done it. We've seen even Brock Lesnar the first time when they fought at WrestleMania, to put Reigns over. And it's now, okay, everything to put him over. And it's just like, you can't force feed this to us. Like, if the fans doesn't accept it, they're never going to accept it. Even if he beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, which that's probably going to happen, it's like, okay, we did all this for that, and we still don't care.
You guys got to hop on the train.
I won't.
I am totally behind Roman.
I mean, he's good for the company, but like, I understand you got to have a new guy to lead you into the future. I get all that, and it was just like, I saw after the match on Twitter, somebody tweeted like, Vince took his old, guy that he was his guy
to bring in the new guy
put over the new guy.
Yeah, that's what I saw a lot of people say that.
And a lot of people thought they would never allow Cena to do that.
But I mean, Cena's going Hollywood. Like Cena is really taking the Rock step.
Out of the respect of John Cena, out of the respect of the Undertaker. Like, look at all these people who were going to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania and didn't do it. Some of the greatest of all time: Shawn Michaels, Triple H, the Randy Ortons, the Edges, the people, CM Punk. People who are, I think of, highly regarded as great wrestlers. I don't think of Roman Reigns as that. You allow Roman Reigns to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Look, what I'm gonna tell you this: when you finally realize who Roman Reigns is,
I'm never gonna realize.
Whatever years from now, you're gonna look back and be like, "Well, you know, he did beat the Undertaker in his young years."
A hobbled Undertaker who's already at the end of his
This
career.
is true. He required surgery months before WrestleMania.
They turn around and say, "Oh, this is the greatest win of Roman Reigns' career after he beats John Cena." I'm like, John Cena is a 16-time world champion, tied for Ric Flair. So you mean to tell me you would rather bury John Cena, a 16-time champion?
You can't bury John.
Bury the Undertaker.
Let's.
I mean, you can't bury John Cena, but you would rather put John Cena in that position. You pretty much. I think John Cena deserves more respect than that. I think they should allow John Cena to build a big rivalry with Roman Reigns. They just threw this at us within 5 weeks.
But how
to get a match? This is why they had the match. This is why JD from NY206 said they had the match. They had the match only for the ending of that match. Just for John Cena to do this to Roman Reigns. This is your guy. Trust this guy. Follow this guy. I give him my blessing.
But what more did you want for John? He's about to leave.
Regardless of he's about to leave, this could have been a Mania match. Mania is only like 4 or 5 months away. So pretty much let Reigns or somebody feud with a Finn Balor or somebody. Finn Balor's not doing anything right now. Let them feud for a couple months till we get to the Royal Rumble. Or even if Joe didn't get hurt, have Reigns and Joe have a couple of pay-per-view feuds.
All right.
I mean, they probably didn't anticipate Joe getting hurt.
Right.
But you just threw John Cena into this.
But
John Cena deserves
it. Did make sense. I mean, he came from Raw. He came from SmackDown. He had his little spat with I don't even know. I don't even remember what he did in SmackDown. Now, to be honest,
Baron Corbin, that was useless. Like, why would you waste John Cena's time with Baron Corbin?
To either put him over or bury him.
He buried.
That's what John Cena does.
And then you had, who did he fight? Rusev. How many times have we seen Rusev and John Cena fight before? But once again, as much as I really get tired of seeing that, as much as I see it, I understand it because that's more of a political thing. That's the good old American-made person. Cena and Mahal for that.
Nah, Jinder Mahal.
A new taste of it.
Jinder Mahal. I mean, yeah, Rusev is more believable than Jinder Mahal. I mean, Rusev is a better all-around character from the mic to the wrestling. So I wouldn't have wanted to see Jinder Mahal. This is my country. This is me, the modern day Maharaja. Like, I wouldn't have wanted that. Instead, I want to hear Rusev be like, John Cena, you suck! Bulgaria! I love that because Rusev really is passionate when he does it. So I do like whatever they do. Even though I got tired of it. The last one that they did, the flag match, was really unnecessary for me. But I like the concept between America versus the foreign competitor, the foreign heel versus the American good guy. And anytime they have John Cena, they can always pull that with somebody that's not from America. Anytime. And it just so happens to be that Rusev's the best bet that they have.
I just like the whole thing with this whole match quality. Like you're pretty much breaking the bank. You're putting everything, investing all of your power to get Roman Reigns over, and then when he wins at WrestleMania, it's not like it's going to change people's minds. It's been 5 years. And people have not been on board with him yet. They're never going to be on board.
Listen, guys. Listen. Get over it.
We're not.
It's going to happen.
It's sad to see them hijack the whole WWE calendar year and dedicate it to putting Roman Reigns over, and it has yet to do anything for him.
I mean, here's a take. not to keep going everywhere with this match, but just to go on the gimmick. But go ahead.
I'm gonna let you go because I'll let you.
Here's
go
my
ahead,
thing.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite wrestlers, and I think this is why I'm attracted to Roman Reigns. My favorite wrestler growing up was Bill Goldberg. What did he do? Went undefeated for over 170 matches. He was beating everybody. Everybody. So why can't? And Roman Reigns isn't beating everybody. Now he's winning.